Hello. Yeah, guys, there was a technical issue. Okay. Now we need to find out the earnings of A and B. See, first we will see normal rate per hour is how much? Normal rate per hour is 1.8 paisa or 8 rupee per hour. Standard time allowed per unit is 20 seconds. See, per unit standard time is 20 seconds. We need in minutes and hours also. Normal rate is given for hour rate. Standard time is given in seconds. So what we can do? We need to convert into hours. Standard time, or we can say for 1 hour. For 1 hour. See, in 60 seconds, if 1 minute has 60 seconds, right? So in 20 seconds, if you are producing 1 unit, means in 1 minute you are producing 3 units. In 1 minute you are producing 3 units. 1 minute, like that we have 60 minutes in a 1 hour. So I can say this is 180. 180 units needs to be produced for 1 hour. 180 units needs to be produced for 1 hour. Then rate per unit. See, here rate per hour is given. This is rate per hour. But here I am talking about rate per unit. What is the rate per unit? See, 1.8 paisa is getting paid for producing 180 units. So, 1.8 divided by 180, that is 0.01 per unit. 0.01 paisa per unit. So what we have seen, normal rate is seen, and in 1 hour, how many units to be produced we have seen, and what is the rate per unit we have seen. See, what we need to find out here, straight piece rate. First one, we will calculate the straight piece rate. Straight piece rate means how many units the employee has produced and what is the piece rate per unit. Yes. So number of units produced into rate per unit. So I can say how many units he produced, Mr. A. Okay, there are 2 employees, right? Okay, we will take one by one separately, A and B. A produced 1300 units, B produced 1500 units. So earnings under straight line method, straight piece method. Number of units, 1300 units and 1500 units. 1300 units A produced, 1500 units B produced. Rate per unit is 0.01 paisa. Here also 0.01 paisa. So 1300 into 0.01, that is 13 rupees, and 1500 into 0.01, that is 15 rupees under straight piece method. Next one, Taylor's differential piece rate. Differential piece rate. Here, if the performance is below standard, he will be getting paid 80% of piece rate. 80% of piece rate. If performance is at standard or above standard, he will be getting paid with 120% of piece rate. So here we will write in this way. First, standard units. How many units standardly they have to produce? 180 units. 180 units per hour. Like that, they are working for 8 hours. So standard units, I can say 180 into 8 hours. 180 units per hour. Like that, they are working for 8 hours. That is 1440 units they are supposed to produce in a day of 8 hours. But actual units, how many they have produced? Actual units, A is 1300, B is 1500. 1300 and 1500. Now we need to calculate the efficiency. Efficiency, see in the examination you get a doubt. 1300 divided by 1440 or 1414 divided by 1300. See, standard divided by actual or actual divided by standard. See, that time you need to keep one thing in mind. They have given us the target of producing 1440 units in a day, but we ended up producing only 1300 units. Means is our efficiency is more than 100% or less than 100%? See, if you write standard divided by actual, take an example. See, 1440 divided by 1300. Obviously, it is giving more than 100%. But where is our efficiency? They asked us to produce 1440 units, but we have produced only 1300 units. So, we need to write in this way, actual divided by standard. So, what we will get? 1300 divided by 1440 means which is less than 100%. So, in this way, you need to derive a formula in the examination. Don't by heart, standard by actual or actual by standard. Okay? You derive formula like this. Next, here also 1500 they produced when they asked them to produce 1440. So, what is the efficiency? 1300 divided by 1440, that is 90.27%, and 1500 divided by 1440, that is 100 point, that is 1 point, you can say 104%, 104.17. So what they said, if less than 80%, sorry, below standard, they will get paid with 80% of the piece rate. So this is below standard. Okay, I'm coming directly here. This is below standard. This is more than 100%, right? So this is above standard. So rate is here 80% for below standard. Here at the rate of 100%, 120% given in the question. So 120% is 120%. So now wages, I can say number of units produced into rate per unit into this percentages, efficiency percentage rate. So here he produced 1300 units A, and rate per unit is 0.01 into 80%. That is 0.01 into 80%. Here he produced 1500 units, 0.01 is the rate and 120% is the efficiency bonus. 1300 into 0.01 into 80%. That is 10.04. 1500 into 0.01 into 120%, that is 18 rupees under differential piece rate. Getting? Just to go through it, I'll give you 1 minute of time. Just go. Right, we go to next problem. This Merrick one we have done a number of questions. You can do it. This one percentages also just now we have seen. 13th problem we will solve. See, workmen of a particular grade working on 8 hours duty are guaranteed wage of 32 rupees. 32 rupees wage rate guaranteed rate. An incentive scheme is in operation according to which production bonus is earned directly proportional to performance, but only after 100% performance is reached. I think this question is incomplete. Okay, we'll leave that question. We go to this question. 14th question. From the following particulars, for first week of September, okay, next question. From the following particulars, work out the earnings for the week of a worker under straight piece method and differential piece rate and Halsey premium Rohan. See, under 4 methods, we need to calculate the earnings of worker. Number of working hours per week is given 48 working hours. Wage per hour 3.37 wages per hour. Normal piece rate is normal time per piece. For producing 1 unit, 20 minutes are required. Normal output per week. See, this is per normal unit is given, but normal output per week is given 120 pieces. 120 pieces. Actual output for the week is 150 pieces. See, standard output per week is 120 pieces and actual output per week is 150 pieces. Differential piece rate, 80% of the piece rate when output is below standard and 120% above standard. Okay. One by one we will see. Normal working hours, 48 working hours in a week. Wage per hour, 1 hour rate in simple language is 3.75. Normal output per week is given. Normal time per piece is given. See, normal time per piece is given 20 minutes. But we are talking in terms of the week. See, number of working hours per week is 48 hours. In 48 hours, they are supposed to produce 120 pieces. This is the standard output per week. So, standard output per week is 120 pieces or units. I can write 120 units. Actual output per week is 150 units. So they produced 150 units. Actual output is 150 units. Okay. Differential piece rate is given. Okay. First, we need to find out payment in terms of the straight piece rate. Straight piece rate in the sense what? How many units you produce and what is the rate per unit. So we need to know what is the rate per unit. So for this, rate per unit, see, normal working hours 48 hours is given. 48 hours given. Okay. See, in 48 hours, they are supposed to produce 120 units. So we will come to know how many units to be produced in an hour and what is the rate per hour. 1 hour rate is 3.75. So 48 hours, they are supposed to produce 120 units. So we will come to know how many units they need to produce in an hour. In an hour into rate per unit. Rate per hour, that is 1.5 rupees per unit. 1 point piece rate per unit, I can say 1.5 per unit. So under straight piece method, under straight piece rate, how many units he produced? He produced 150 units. 150 units he produced into rate per unit. 150 units produced into rate per unit 1.5 paisa per unit. So I can say 150 into 1.5 is nothing but 225 rupees. 225 rupees. Next one, differential piece rate. Differential piece rate is given two types. Differential piece rate means we need to know what is the efficiency. Differential piece rate. For this, we need to know efficiency. What is the efficiency of the employee? For that, standard is given. Standard units to be produced. 120 units, but he produced 150 units. 120 units standard, but actually produced 150 units. It means efficiency is more than 100%. See, they asked us to produce 120 units, we produced 150 units. So efficiency is above 100%. Above 100%. So he will be getting paid with 120% of piece rate. So number of units produced, wages I can say, number of units produced into rate per unit into that percentage of bonus percentage, 120% of piece rate. So how we can write here? 150 units he produced and rate per unit is, we have just calculated 1.5 per unit into 120%. So directly I can write 1500 units into 1.5 into 120%. That is 2150 units. $150 units into 1.5 into 120%. That is 270 rupees. Under differential piece rate. Next one, HALC one. Yesterday we have seen HALC H of 50%. So HALC premium. What is the formula? The number of hours worked into rate per hour plus 50% of time saved into rate per hour. Now here we need to know how many unit what are the standard hours and what is the actual hours you have taken. So you'll see number of working hours per week 48 hours. Standard hours I can say 48 hours. But actual hours how many? Okay. Actual output per week is 150. 1 second. See here, number of working hours per week is given 48 hours. So actually he has taken 48 hours time. Actual time taken 48 hours. There is no doubt, right? Then what about the standard hours? Here nowhere given standard hours. But from the question we need to derive what are the standard hours. So see, when actual hours are 48 hours, when we calculated, we came to know that somewhere I'll write here. We came to know that in 48 hours, 120 units needs to be produced. 120 units needs to be produced. It means what? What is the time required for 1 unit? It will come to know 48 hours. In 48 hours, we are supposed to produce 120 units. So we are getting 0.44 hour per unit of production. Like that we produced how many units? 150 units we produced. Means into 6 into 150. 0.4 into 150 is nothing but 60 hours. Is the standard hours. See, for producing 150 hours, 60 hours is the standard hours. But we produced in 48 hours. How come? See, in the question it is given in a number of working hours per week is 48 hours. So, standard hours 60 and actual hours 48. This is what we have derived from the question. Okay. Actual hours 48 hours he took. And what is the rate per hour? Rate per hour we have seen somewhere. Rate per hour. Rate per hour is 3.75. Plus HALC 50%. 50% of time saved. What is the time saved? See. Actually, we took 48, but standard was 60. Difference between these two is 12 hours. So, 12 hours into rate per hour, 3.75. $48 into 3.75, that is 180 plus 12 into 3.75 into 50%, that is 22.5. Total together is 202.5. Right? This is a LC premium, wage rate under LC premium. Wages, I can say, not wage rate, wages under LC premium. Next one is Rohan system. Rohan system. See, This one we have discussed already. Number of hours worked into rate per hour. Here, the proportionate basis. What is the time allowed and what is the time taken? So, here, actual time, how much you have taken. When standard time is given this much. Means proportionate to standard time and actual time into what is the time saved into rate per hour. Rate per hour. So, actual hours 48, just now we have seen. Rate per hour 3.75 and actual hours 48, standard time 60, time saved 12, difference between these two 12 into rate per hour 3.75. 48 into 3.75, that is 180 plus, first you calculate this one. First you calculate this one. 12 into 3.75 into 48, now divided by 60. So 36. 36 plus 180 is nothing but 216. Got it? Okay, I'll give you 1 minute of time. Just go through it. Okay, we go to next problem. Ten men work as a group. This is actually group bonus. Group bonus problem. 10 men work as a group. When the weekly production of the group exceeds the standard 200 pieces per hour, group bonus, group production exceeds standard, that is 200 pieces per hour, each man in the group is paid a bonus for the excess production in addition to his wages. Apart from his wages, he will be getting paid with additional group bonus wages at hourly rate. Hourly rate, we will discuss what is hourly rate. The bonus is computed thus: how the percentage of production in excess of the standard amount is found, and 1/2 of his percentage is considered as the men's share. Each man in the group is paid as bonus. This percentage of wage rate is 3.2 per hour. There is no relationship between the individual workman's hourly rate and the bonus rate. Means it is not considered in the individual performance, it is considered as a group performance. When group performance exceeds the standard performance per hour rate, then group bonus will be given. The following is the week's record. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. How many hours? Number of hours worked is given. Totally 480 hours. How many members are there? 10 members are there. Totally they worked 480 hours during the week, and the production is given like this. Total production for complete week is given this much. Compute the rate and the amount of bonus for the week. Okay, now the question comes into picture. See, the standard production for actual time. Standard production in actual time. See, how many members we have? 10 members we have. 10 members we have. In a week, the working hours are 480 hours. 480 working hours. See, for all the 10 members, 480 hours is the working hours. For each member, 48 hours in a week working hours. Like that, we have 10 members. So 480 is the number of hours per week into for 1 hour, how many units we need to produce? We need to produce here standard 200 pieces, 200 pieces per hour. So 200 pieces per hour. Like that, we have 480 hours. So 480 into 200 is nothing but 96,000 units needs to be produced. This is a standard production for 1 week for 10 members. But actually, how many units produced? Actual production is this one given in the question, 1,19,600. So what is the excess production? Excess production, actually standardly 96,000 units only they need to produce, but they produced 1,19,600 units. Means they made some additional units, that is the excess production they did. So I can say excess production 1,19,600 minus 96,000, that is 23,600 units they produced excess for complete week. See, again come back to this place question. The percentage of production in excess of the standard amount. In excess of the standard amount, this is these many units they produced excess. So what is the percentage? Percentage of excess production. Percentage of excess production. Excess production. See, 23,600 units they produced when the standard was 96,000. So we will come to know what is the percentage of excess production they did. 23,600 divided by 96 into 100 is nothing but 24.58. 24.58 is the percentage of excess production. Okay. Next is found the percentage of production in excess of the standard amount is found. We have calculated. 1/2 of this percentage is considered as a men's share. See, whatever the excess production they produced, from this 50% of percentage will be given as a men's share for the bonus. So divided by 2 is 12.29, that is we can say 12.3 is the percentage of bonus for them, for the men's share. Each man in the group is paid as bonus this percentage of wage rate of 3.25% per hour. So this percentage at the rate of 3.25%. You'll see the calculations. There is no relationship between the individual workman's hour rate and the bonus rate. There is no relationship between the individual workman's performance and the group bonus. Okay. This one is given. Bonus rate is this one. Bonus rate in terms of the amount, I can say 3.25 into 12.3% per hour. I can say 0.399. This is a percentage. This is the amount I can say per hour. What is asking us to calculate? Calculate the rate and the amount of bonus per week. See, rate is this much per hour, and per week, see, in a week We have 480 working hours altogether for 10 employees. Per hour rate is 0.399. So we will come to know what is a group bonus per week. Group bonus, that is 191.52. Okay, this one 3.2, 3.2, 12.3.2 into 12.3 percentage, that is 0.393 per hour bonus rate. Like this, they worked for 480 hours. Is nothing but 188.9. We can say this is 189 is a group bonus. Next bit, compute the total pay of Johns who worked for 41 hours, 41.5 hours and wages paid 2 rupees per hour basic, and of Smith who worked for 44 and a half hours and was paid 2.5 paisa per hour basic. Okay, we need to calculate these two employees total pay. Total pay is nothing but the wages plus bonus. Okay. Second bit, one is John and next one is Smith. Wages. How we will calculate wages? Number of hours worked, number of hours into rate per hour. He worked 41 and a half and 44 and a half. His rate 2 rupees, his rate 2.5. 41 and a half, 44 and a half, 41 and a half, 44 and a half. His rate is 2, his rate is 2.5. That is 83 rupees and 44.5 into 2.5. This is 111.25. And bonus rate is this one. Bonus rate is this one. He worked for how many hours? 41 hours. So number of hours worked, number of hours worked into bonus rate per unit. Bonus rate per unit. Bonus rate per unit. 41.5 hours he worked and bonus rate per unit is this one. 0.393. 0.393. Here, this employee worked for 44.5 hours into 0.393 is the bonus rate per hour. $41.5 into 0.393, that is 16.90 or 91 I can say. 44.5 into 0.393, that is 17.488. So total together, this and this and this. 83 plus 16.31 is 99.31. 111.25 plus 17.488, that is 128.74. 738. So I am writing 74. Got it? Just to go through it, I'll give you 1 minute of time. Okay, we go to next problem. 17th problem. A manufacturer introduces a new machinery into his factory with the result that that production per worker is increased. Okay, a manufacturer introducing a new machinery into the factory. So what is happening? The results of the outcome of that machinery is increases the efficiency of the worker. That is they are saying, see, factory, the result that production per worker is increased. The workers are paid by results. Okay, based on their results they will get paid, and it is agreed for every 2% increase in average individual output, and increase of 1% on the rate of wages will be paid. See, if the employee efficiency is increased by 100%, then 50%. 50% of efficiency means not efficiency, we can say increase in the average individual output. See, if they are able to produce 50 units, if they are able to produce 50 units extra, means in these 50 units, 50% of this will be paid as a bonus. We will see how it is calculated. At the time the machinery is installed, the selling price of the product fall by 8.33%. When this new machinery got installed into the factory, the selling price of the product got decreased by 8.33%. Show the net savings in the production cost, which would be required to offset the losses expected from the turnover and the bonus paid to workers. See, when employee is working more, when employee is increasing his efficiency, 50% of the efficiency will be paid as a bonus to him, and remaining one, that is a loss. The bonus paid to the employees is a loss to the management, means additionally it is incurring expenditure by installing this machinery, and there is a decrease in the sale price. This is also loss to the management or to the company, I can say, decrease in revenue. So these two must be saved. These two costs must be saved from the production cost, so that company will not go under losses. We will see. See here, first period, before installing the new machinery, number of employees were 175. After installing the new machinery, 125 employees are there now. After installing the machinery, number of articles produced, earlier 16,800 units produced, now 14,000 units only producing after installing the machinery. Wages paid, previously we paid this much and total sales was this much. Now what we need to calculate here? What is the question? See, show the net savings in production. What is the amount we need to save from the production so that we will overcome from the losses and decrease in the selling price. Loss because the bonus paid to the employees. So we need to find out this one. Okay. Okay. Number of units for the first period. Number of units produced during first period. How many units produced? 175 units produced. 175 units produced. No. Produced 16,800 units produced. Now, number of units produced in the second period. How many units producing now? 1,400 units. 1,400 units now we are producing. See, number of units produced 160 units, 16,800 units in the first period, when the employees were in the first period we had 175 employees. for 175 employees. But in the second period, 14,000 units we are producing. The employees are 150, 125 units. I'm sorry, employees are 125 members. So I can say number of units produced by one employee year, 16,800 units we produced when number of employees were 175. So 16,800 units got produced when number of employees were 175. That is 96 units got produced by each employee. In the second period, 14,000 units we are producing when number of employees are 125. So now the employees are producing 112 units per one employee is producing 112 means 112 units. Getting? So what is the percentage of increase in the production? Percentage of increase in the production per worker. See, previously they used to produce 96. Now they are producing 112. So 112 minus 96, that is 16 units they are producing excess. When I talk about the percentage out of 96 units, so we will come to know the percentage. 16 divided by 96 into 100, that is 16.67 percentage increase in their efficiency. 16.67 percentage. Okay. So we have seen how many units produced in the first period when number of employees are this much, and in the second period and number of employees are this much. We have compared from the last period to this period, that is the previous before installing the machinery and after installing the machinery. What is the increase in the production also we have seen there, that is 16.67 percentage of increase in the production. Last time we paid how much? 33.3, that is 33,600 rupees we paid as a wages. Now we will calculate wages for first period. How much wages we paid? 33,600 rupees we paid. That time we had employees, 175 employees. But now we have 125. So okay, we can write in this way. Wages for the first period we paid 33,600. Wages for the second period it is not given. We need to calculate wages for second period, that is post installation of asset. 33,600 rupees we paid when employees are 175. But when employees are 125, what is the amount needs to be paid? That is 24,000 rupees. 24,000 rupees is the wages we need to pay. Wages in second period. But we need to pay bonus also. Bonus is calculated. How bonus is calculated? See, come back here. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you here. A manufacturer introduces a new machinery into his factory with the results that production per hour is increased. The workers are paid by results and it is agreed for every 2% an increase, 2% increase in average individual output, 2% increase in average individual output, an increase of 1% on the rate of wages will be paid. See what is the individual output increased here? This one. So in this 50 percentage. So I can say 16.67 percentage into 50 percentage. Into wages. What is the wages we are paying? 24,000. So this is the amount will be paid as a bonus. 24,000 into 16.67 percentage into 50 percentage. That is 2,000 rupees will be the bonus. Bonus. This is the wages. So bonus 2,000 rupees and bonus 2,000 rupees and wages 24,000 rupees. We got it. Okay. See, here we need to calculate two elements, right? One is the bonus we paid to employees. That is 2,000 rupees. We have calculated. Now, first bit is done. Second bit, we need to calculate the loss because of decrease in the selling price. Selling price, there is a decrease in the selling price, right? Okay. In the first period, what was the sales? Total sales 75,600. First period sales 75,600. But in the second period sales, they have not given. So 75,600 is a sale when the number of units produced was 16,800 units. Then what about for the 14,000 units? So second period sales 75,600 was the sale when the total number of units produced 16,800. Then what about for the units produced in the second period, that is 14,000 units. So 75,600 divided by 16,800 into 14,000, that is nothing but 63,000 is the sales price. But there is a decrease in the selling price by 8.33 percentage. Decrease in the selling price by 8.33 percentage. So decrease in revenue, I can say decrease in sales at 8.33 percentage on this. So 63,000 into 8.33 percentage is 5,248. 5,248, or else you can write round figure 5,250 also. 5,250. So this is decrease in this loss is because of decrease in the selling price. So we need to save total savings. I can say one is bonus, other one is decrease in revenue. Revenue or sales, I can say. So bonus, how much we paid? Bonus 2,000 rupees we paid. Decrease in the revenue 5250. Total 7,250 rupees we need to save from the production cost. Yeah, just go through it. Okay, we go to next problem. This one you can do it, small problem. This one also, this type of problem we have done in the part 1. You can check it out. The same problem, only numbers got changed. Yeah, guys, this is an important problem. The same problem can be expected for CMA inter and CA student, CA inter students also for 8 marks. This is a 8 marks question. In a factory, bonus to workmen is paid according to Rohan plan. Time allowed for a job is 40 hours and the normal time rate for wage is 1.25 paisa per hour. Factory overheads charges are 50 paisa per hour for the hours taken. Means number of hours taken into 50 paisa per hour as a factory overhead. Factory cost of a work order executed by a worker is, this is a factory cost. We know that cost sheet, right? Under cost sheet, we know where is a factory cost. So that factory cost is this much. The cost of material in each case is 100 rupees. Calculate the hours of time taken by worker to complete the work order. So what is saying? Okay, I'll write. Time allowed allowed 40 hours, means standard time 40 hours. Wage rate is given. Wage rate per hour is given 1.25 paisa. And factory overheads are charged. How the factory overheads are charged? 50 paisa, 0.5 paisa per hours taken, means 0.5 paisa per actual hours. How many hours you take into 0.5 paisa is a factory overhead. Factory cost is given. Total factory cost is given. That is 161.875. Material cost is given 100 rupees. Given 100 rupees. Now calculate the hours taken. See, in this everything is given except actual hours taken not given. We need to calculate that one only. So we don't know how many hours they have taken. So actual hours we assume actual hours as a X. So under which plan he is getting paid? Rohan plan. So you write the formula, Rohan plan wage rate formula, actual hours into rate per hour plus Rohan standard minus actual, that is a time saved, divided by into actual divided by standard time into rate per hour. So I can say how many actual hours he has taken, we don't know. Actual hours we have assumed X into rate per hour. Rate per hour is given 1.25 plus standard hours we know 40 hours standard hours minus actual hours we don't know, we kept that as X. Actual hours we don't know, X. Rate per hour 1.25. So here 1.25x plus you multiply this 2, 40 into 1.25, that is 50x minus 1.25x square equal to, what is the factory? So okay, we will write this is a wages. So calculate this one. Calculate earnings. Standard we forgot. The standard one divided by 40 hours, standard hours. So here we can take this one this side. 40 into 1.25, that is nothing but 50 plus 50x plus 50x minus 1.25x square whole divided by 40. So that is nothing but 100x minus 1.25x square. This is a wage rate. But factory overhead, what is the factory overhead? Factory cost. First we will see factory cost. Factory cost includes material, labor, this is a labor portion, and overheads. Material, it is given 100 rupees. Material given here 100 rupees. Material is 100 rupees and labor is this one. And overhead is given number of hours, actual hours worked into 50 paisa. Actual hours worked we have assumed as x. So x into 50 paisa, 0.5x. This is total factory cost. How we will write? 100 plus 100x minus 1.25x square divided by 40 plus 0.5x. See, this total is representing what? Factory cost. Factory cost is given here directly 161.875. So this total is 161.875. So factory cost. Now we need to simplify this one. We need to simplify. You multiply this side and this side also. 400. No, 4,000. 4,000 plus 100x minus 1.25x square plus 40 into 50% is 20x. Total, this one will go that side. 161.875 into 40, that is 6,475. So you take this side, this one, you take this one, this side. So here what we will get? 1.25x square this side, minus this minus will become plus this side, and this total will get this side. So or else everything into one side only will take. This one I have taken here. This one minus 120x. 6475 minus 4000 is nothing but 2475 equal to 0. So yeah, okay guys, you don't do much mathematics. You simply see this is multiplied with 1.25, right? Everything you multiply by 1.25. So here you get x square. This one also divided by 1.25. 120 divided by 1.25, that is 96. 2475 divided by 1.25, that is 96x minus 1980 equal to 0. Right? Next. Here you need to know some part of mathematics here. Some part of mathematics. That is the formula minus b plus or minus b plus or minus under root b square by 4ac by 2a. Mathematics formula. This one, because it is not simply it is not possible to calculate simply. So that is the reason minus b, already minus here minus, so it will become plus or minus under root b square, that is 96 square, minus 2a, the coefficient of x square is 1 and c is 1980 by 2a, 2 into a 1. So I can say 96 plus or minus 96 square is 9216 minus 2 into 1980 divided by 2. That is 9216 minus 1980 under root I'll do b square minus 4ac, right? This is a 4ac, right? So 1980 into 4 is 7920 divided by 2. 9216 minus 7920 under root, I'm getting this one directly 36. 96 plus or minus 36 divided by 2. So one time you do with a plus, one time you do with minus. 96 plus 36 divided by 2 is 66. And 96 minus 36 divided by 2 is 30. See, here we cannot take 66 because our standard time itself is a 40 hours. So we cannot take actual time as a 66 hours. So we can take actual time as a 30 hours. That is what our answer is. Actual time I can say time taken is 30 hours. Yeah, just to go through it. Okay, guys, that's all for the day. We will meet with another topic in the next class. Thank you.